feel currently burdened by a relationship in the river of your life, or perhaps some relationships? Or do you yourself sometimes identify as being a burden? My name is Heather Feather. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine, and today's topic is the burden. When I was a child, we upgraded vehicles. We had one of those wood panel station wagons, if you remember those. And it had a glass plate in the back of the wooden station wagon that you had to hold open to get into the back of the station wagon. And I understood that that's what I had to do to get into the trunk of that car. Well, when my mother got a newer car, the trunk of the car had hydraulics that would hold the door open. And I did not know that. I am neurodivergent. I think very literally, the last car I had to hold this up, I must need to hold this up. And so the first time we were engaging with that car after having gone to the grocery store to get groceries, Heather Feather went to the trunk and used her shoulder to hold up and with her tiny little body and push up a trunk that was already being held up. And my siblings were trying to assist me. They're like, come out of there. I'm like, no, I got it. And they're like, come out of there. Look, it stays on its own. You don't have to shoulder this burden. And this story has been repeated many times to me, and it is a perfect articulation of something that I have been experiencing in this life and something that I was coming to peace with, dealing with my healing touch therapist today at the Lovelace Cancer Center around having formed a thymoma and a tumor. And we're investigating the consciousness behind this creation, because our consciousness is collapsing waves of probability into the particles of our reality. What consciousness did Heather Feather hold to collapse her particles into a tumor in the seat of her soul, which is what the thymoma is considered spiritually? And part of it is holding the burden of responsibility for how others choose to feel about, choose to perceive, falsely identify who it is that I be. And then also taking ownership and responsibility for other people's feelings, literally feeling other people's feelings in my body, taking on, holding the weight, not only of what I feel, of what I think, of the corrections I need to make in my own perception as I walk through a life, but every two-legged I engage with, holding responsibility for what you're thinking, for what you're feeling, for what you're going through, out of great love and empathy and devotion to you. My neurodivergent special interest has always been spirituality. And so studying spirituality and studying the world's religions and being mired in this topic of fascination for me, I have always held this core, it's all math for me, right? And that if the creator created the all, tip of the pyramid creator, base of the pyramid the all, then to serve the creator, I can serve the all. And so Heather, being a very literal neurodivergent thinker, has been here working to serve the all and working to dutifully be helpful and dutifully receive and generously listen, but also assimilating in her system everything that is in her outer environment. And it's overstimulating and it's overwhelming. And it has been a burden to me that I chose, in the same way I chose to hold up that trunk that didn't need my assistance. I didn't need to hold the weight of it. I have held the weight of so much of what others go through, and have often given little stage time presence as the director, the actor, the creator of my own movie, my own play. We are all actors in the play of life, and I have my own stage presence I'm responsible for, that I am co-creating with. And I've taken on this ownership piece of things that were not mine to hold. You can judge Heather. You can hate me. You can think I'm XYZ. You can make up all kinds of decisions that are false shadow ideas that you haven't integrated in yourself, that you've projected onto me. You can love me. You can like me. You can be bored with me. You can be stimulated and inspired by me. Like, you are choosing a perception of Heather in relationship to Heather. And it has been a burden to me sometimes, constantly trying to express the truth of my being, as I've been repeatedly throughout my life misperceived by others because I am an INFJ, which is an advocate for others and seems extroverted but is introverted, because I am neurodivergent, because I am this rare, strange bird, much like you if you're watching me, because birds of a feather do flock together. And I've wanted to be understood. And you don't need to understand me. You don't need to get it right. You are welcome to judge me. You are welcome to attack me. You are welcome to decide in your life, and you can trust, because I've watched myself do this. You can decide in your life that Heather should have, and you can should on me. My mom would say don't should on people. You can should on me, should have done this, should have done this, should have called me, should have been there, should have said this, should have acted like that, should have. And you can should on the world. The world should do this. It's burdensome. The world should behave 100% angelic, correct at all times. All the while having your own work to do in the paradigm, having your own responsibility for a movie or a play or the character and the producer and the director of your day that is running your own show here. And so I've been coming into a great space of just accepting, after being here for 50 years, that many people are going to tell a story that is not the truth of Heather. When we're done with our flesh costumes, you're welcome to go take a look at it, and you'll see the truth of what was going on based on whatever story you made up about me. What I want to do is my work, because I'm stewarding this temple. And so I want to consider, who is it I've decided is a burden to me? What is a burden to me? What is burdensome? Well, it feels burdensome if you are a person that constantly takes and needs attention and constantly wants validation and wants approval and wants to be seen and wants to be heard. That feels burdensome to me, because I don't want to be seen. I don't need to be heard. I don't need you to hear me. I make these videos because spirit inspires me, and that's my special interest, and I serve spirit. But it can feel burdensome to me to constantly receive. As somebody who wants to give, I naturally attract takers. That's how that works. And so because I'm so aggressively committed to giving so that I'm not a burden, so that I'm not in the way holding the trunk door open as my family's trying to get the groceries out of the way, because I don't understand how things work and I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm not a burden. I want to, Heather Feather always wants to do her own work. She wants to investigate her own shadow. She wants to look into her own self. She wants to give herself attention, because no one else is coming to give me self-esteem, self-respect, self-care, self-worth. All of those things begin with self. It's an inside job, and it starts at home. So there's no amount of attention you can give me that's going to cause me to be regulated, to be at peace, to have more harmony. Those things are all inside jobs. And it's difficult to have and hold them when I believe that I am a burden, because I'm so odd, because I'm such a rare bird. And so when I come in and I receive others and they need a lot of attention and they need a lot of a service and they aren't very good at giving and they like to take a lot, then I naturally fill the role, because I've created this character, this actor, to be somebody that overgives. But there's no one coming to save me from an overgiving imbalance. There's no hero riding in to go, Heather, you overgive. I watch a lot of two-leggeds complain about how much they support others, but they're not supported. Who's responsible for that? You are. If you are overgiving, Heather Feather has been overgiving for 5 decades. And so I've taken a year of silence and I've disengaged from everyone so that I can receive, so that I can be in balance, so that I can receive myself, so that I can listen to myself, so that I cannot feel that I have to hold the dutiful, bountiful weight, the please, Atlas, shrug this earth off your shoulders. I don't have to hold it all, of needing to show up just because somebody has a need. Heather has needs. You know what I mean? Needs, desires. I don't think we have needs, because we're all going to die, so I have desires, and they deserve my attention. They're the primary thing that should garner my attention. So I'm asking you this day, do you feel like a burden in any way? Is that how you want to talk to yourself? Is it possible that you're just unique. You're just distinct. You just offer something different, and that's okay. And is it possible to release others from the prison of judgment, of calling them a burden just because they operate in a different way? You can always subscribe to Rare Bird Medicine on YouTube, like and comment there. If you go to rarebirdmedicine.com and click on the classes link, we have the Lionsgate Portal class starting in August. Amun.